In the world we live in, we are confronted with the threat of conflict every day. The ugly scars of conflict, especially in Africa, continues to manifest itself through an increasing number of refugees, displaced people, and general lack of law and order. The eastern part of Africa has been experiencing different types of conflicts in the recent past. Transnational terrorism, bred by the conflicts, continues to plague the region. To address these challenges, the region has instituted a Peace Support Operations Training Center of Excellence, known as the International Peace Support Training Center, Ipstc. The center has been mandated to build capacity of regional peace support operations actors in order to help improve the effectiveness of international response to complex emergencies.
Well, the challenges that we face as a region in the area of peace and security are multi-pronged, and it requires a multifaceted approach to deal with.
We are very, very active participants on matters peace and security, not only in the regional context, continental, and even at the global level also. Ipstc therefore becomes a very, very important center where knowledge is imparted to those that go out there to establish peace or even to enforce peace. It is, so to speak, a center of excellence on matters peace and security.
The center is today at the forefront of developing capacity to respond to conflict in the region and is active in providing training to peacekeepers drawn from military, police, and civilian personnel.
Here we're able to train personnel for peacekeeping operations, we're able to conduct research, we're able to equip our personnel in areas of decision making, which is extremely critical in theaters of war, extremely critical in even the analysis of the threat.
Ipstc was established in 2001. It was mandated to train the Kenyan peacekeepers who are being deployed to UN and AU peacekeeping missions. With time, our mandate has expanded. Our scope has also expanded. Now we cater for training of the entire Eastern Africa region. Within our research, training and education, we cover the entire spectrum of peace support operations.
In 2009, the center was renamed the International Peace Support Training Center, creating two training platforms, namely Peace and Conflict Studies School, PCSS, in Karen, and the Humanitarian Peace Support School, HPSS, in Embakasi. The center also established a research department to support its training programs. The training audience of Ipstc has expanded to include personnel of the Eastern Africa Standby Force.
Ipstc has a mandate of building peace support operations capacity within the Eastern Africa region, and that is within the ESF region. Okay? So we train for ESF, and the ESF deploys.
Ipstc is known to be our center of excellence. They play a very fundamental, instrumental role for the development of our capacities. They train our militaries, they train our police officers, and they train our civilians in all thematics leading to peace and security. They have provided very instrumental support for the ESF to move to this level of declaring full operational capability.
The Peace and Conflict Studies School, PCSS, is situated in Karen. The campus is located in a scenic and peaceful, quiet part of Nairobi. The environment provides an excellent training facility for training of participants at the decision-making level. The school has magnificent training facilities composed of plenary rooms, lecture theatre, conference rooms, and syndicate rooms. It can accommodate up to 50 participants at a go. The Peace and Conflict Study School promotes the use of applied research in its training and education programs. These programs are developed along 3 levels of the conflict spectrum, namely conflict prevention, conflict management, and post-conflict recovery.
Here we train also at the strategic and operational level. This is to say that we are capacitating the decision makers. These are top level personnel who are about to be deployed in the missions.
Usually our courses are running over 2 weeks, and we train about 50 students every 2 weeks. Our participants are mid-level managers from police, military and civilians. We are running courses like protection of civilians, rule of law and conflict management. Another purpose of our course is to bring people from the region together to discuss security aspects.
Some of the flagship courses offered at the Peace and Conflict Studies School is Sexual and Gender-Based Violence and the Regional Senior Mission Leaders course that attract participants from all over the African continent and beyond.
The course has been beneficial, starting with gender, dialogue, negotiation and mediation, which is crucial back home, rule of law, which we need to establish.
We are trying to raise awareness on SGBV. Therefore, we have to train on the preventive and responsive mechanisms that will eradicate SGBV.
I've learned about our role as UN police officers, how we're supposed to behave towards sexual violence. I've also learned about how to establish SOPs in dealing with such cases.
The Humanitarian Peace Support School HPSS in Embakasi is set on open, serene and distraction-free land, ideal for outdoor training. It has 166 self-contained rooms and a facility that can accommodate a contingent of up to about 600 personnel. Its conferencing and training venues serves groups from as small as 10 to as large as 200 people.
The core responsibilities of this school is to train personnel who include the military personnel, the police and the civilians who are due for deployment in UN and African Union missions.
The focus of HPSS is the training and education of enablers of peace operations and thus concentrates at the tactical level. Complementing IPSDC's overall missions are the core programs of the Humanitarian Peace Support School, which are Mine Action and Disarmament Program, Peace Operation Pre-Deployment Program, and the Disaster Management Program.
We've shared experiences on how to conduct operations within a multinational setting.
HPSS has a live training facility known as the Amani Village. This facility replicates actual peace support operation environments and provides realistic pre-deployment field training for military, police, and civilians prior to deploying on peace support missions throughout the region. This is achieved through the development of realistic scenarios based on the activities that the various components of peace support operations are likely to perform. The Peace and Security Research Department, PSRD, located in the current campus of the International Peace Support Training Center, contributes to the production of knowledge for peace operations in Eastern Africa.
The Peace and Research Department has two major sections and they are applied research and curriculum design, and as such it contributes to production of relevant and current knowledge through research. It also uses the same research products to inform its curriculum development. Research remains the core of both the development of and future of the International Peace Support Training Center.
The Applied Research section produces three types of publications. The first type is the occasional papers. Occasional papers are deeply researched documents that require our researchers to go into the field. The second publication is the issue briefs. The issue briefs are documents that provide information on pertinent peace and security issues. The third publication is the Africa Amani Journal. The Africa Amani Journal is an important inclusion in our products as applied research because this is the one publication that allows external contribution.
One of our primary responsibilities is the development of curriculum. We use the systems approach to training here at IPSTC. The training needs assessment is primarily the responsibility of the research department, where they will go to the field and take a look at what the actual requirements are for training, whether it's in a location like Amazon in Somalia or South Sudan with UNMISS.
In order to continue to effectively respond to the peace support operational needs within the region, Ipstc is well positioned as a regional independent center of excellence in peace operation training and capacity building. In order to do so, a great deal of support is required from its partners and stakeholders. These include Australia, Belgium, Canada, France, Germany, Japan, Kenya, Netherlands, Switzerland, United Kingdom, United States of America, and UNDP.
Through Ipstc, this for us is the conduit or the bridge, if you like, in terms of establishing that connection outreach between Kenya and all of the countries that Ipstc covers and serves.
As a center of excellence in East Africa, Ipstc will help enhance the peace support operations capacity of East African countries most effectively. Thus, Japan has always stressed the importance of assisting Ipstc.
Why we want to partner with the center is because we find it is important that women's issues, women's roles, women's participation are addressed as part of the center.
We have put in place very new initiatives to ensure that the institution is sustainable as we move into the future. One of those initiatives is the introduction of a master's program on peace and conflict studies, which we are collaborating with a very reputable institution. This is just one of the many initiatives that we have introduced in the institution.